The Real Flower Network coming at you, episode 1. This is Milo. And we're just here to show you what we're trying to do.
What are we trying to do?
What we're trying to do is actually bring you content from the cannabis world. Shit you haven't seen on the regular. We're trying to put it all together. All the hottest content, interviews, dispensary reviews.
Street culture, street life, anything cannabis related, events going on in Arizona, around the country. Want to bring you the news and be your mainstream of news you come to for cannabis events or advocacy or anything going on in the weed community.
We want to see what you guys want to see. Let us know, because we want to be like the connection to the streets, to the industry, to all that. We want to bring it all together as one. That's our mission.
Okay. So how did you get on this mission? How did you get to here?
I can't exactly say my whole mission, because I've been in this shit since before it was smiled upon. But I've always loved weed. That's what we call it, weed, bud, cannabis. I've always fucked with it. So this is like a natural lane. It's becoming legal. I'm watching. I'm not seeing like there's somebody who's really put it all together like that. So we're trying to put it together like a puzzle.
CNN of the cannabis game?
Is it what?
CNN of the cannabis game.
Hey, I like that. CNN of the cannabis game. I fucks with that.
Pretty
I want to
good.
be CNN and TMZ. Copy and Wolf, you know what I mean?
CMZ?
CMZ, I fucks with that.
CMZ, that's what it is.
Why are you doing this? What's intrigued you about the Real Flower Network?
Man, I think what intrigues me about the Real Flower Network is just the subject and bringing content to an audience that is hungry to learn or to hear about it, because I think the demand or the interest is definitely there. So, I want to shine a light upon it and help that community grow and be a part of it, because as we've been around, it's just a fun community to be around and to go through. So that's what I'm here.
And you like the females.
Love them.
Uh-huh.
Question that we always ask everybody that comes on the podcast or that we talk to. I think so. Where were you? How old were you? When was the first time you smoked marijuana?
Man, I was bad as hell as a kid, but I never smoked weed until freshman year, because I thought I was gonna be in the NBA. And so like I was always the kid that was at the park playing, and like gangsters would ask me if I want to smoke and try to entice me, but I was like, no, I'm gonna be in the league one day, so I'm not smoking. And then one day in Houston, it rained, and I got and it was a
It rains in Houston. It's over.
It's over. I'm hooping. It starts raining, and so I go to the little pavilion. There's a pavilion there, and David Trung, he's there at the motherfucking pavilion.
David Trung.
And Boots. And these motherfuckers busted out a Titan motherfucking cigar and rolled that shit with some dirt weed and blew my motherfucking head off. I had to crawl home. I was fucked up, and I never stopped since. I think I was selling weed like 3 days later.
So you just called the vibe, said, man, I gotta sell it now.
I gotta sell this shit. I was like, well, and you can make money? What the fuck?
That's what's up. That's definitely different.
How about you? Where was your first time smoking weed?
Man, I was definitely in high school. I think I was like maybe a junior in high school. I'm not from Chicago, so we was in Chicago, and we rode over to my cousin's house. He lived on 83rd and Cottage, and we was over there, and I forget who was with us, but somehow we went outside in the back around the complex on 83rd and Cottage, standing in like the back of a like rundown parking lot. My cousin rolled out. It was like 4 of us. He said, "Look what I got." It was like he was.
I know
almost
that
like,
was some dirt weed too, huh?
man. It was probably who knows what it was, but it was like some boys in the hood. You want to see a dead body?
Right.
Oh. So I think we took one puff. I don't even know if I knew how to smoke or I was high, but I acted like I was high, and That was it.
Did you like keep smoking after that? Because I know you were an athlete. Did you like smoke heavy after that?
Nah. I didn't. That was kind of like a taboo thing. I didn't because I should think.
So you just got high that one time, went home like, oh shit, like what I do?
I didn't even know if I was high. I was like, am I high? I think I'm high. Do I look high?
Told all your friends I got high.
Yeah, that's what that was. So that was my first time, something like that.
That's what's up, man. We should do a series of like, when was your first time to get high, where people record. Y'all should record a clip and then send it to us about the first time you got high. Tag us. You know what I'm saying? We'll post it on our story. That shit'll be dope. What was your first time getting high?
So what are you looking forward to seeing on the channel? What content like drives you, or what do you think about it?
Man, tell you the truth, I'm interested.
All right, I got a better question, more specific. What street shit would you like to see? Street stuff would you like to see?
Streets material would I like to see? I would be interested how the cannabis game, the weed game is going to survive with the legal game taking over. That's what I'd be most interested in.
But then, wasn't there? I think I read something, and I could be wrong. Don't quote me on no facts or nothing. That like the black market's thriving even with the legal weed game because the prices are so much cheaper.
It was like that, and I'm hearing different nowadays. Though I've heard a few things, and I heard that it doesn't thrive as.
Can we get one? You heard? No.
Oh no.
You heard a few things.
I heard a few things.
Okay.
And I heard that it could be shifting, or it could, I don't know, maybe people are jumping ship and going to the legal game. I don't know, but that's what I would be interested in like what's happening, what prices are, the quality. I heard Oklahoma like supplies the streets now is what I heard, and not the state.
Oklahoma, they just got like warehouses out there. And to be honest, I am seeing a lot of promotion going on in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, anybody can get a weed license is what I heard.
Can I get one?
Yep, it's like open business. It's not like here where they got it sold up. So it's open market. So Oklahoma, they got lots of weed.
What does that exactly mean? It's an open market. Like in Arizona, like I can't.
Here, like there's a certain amount of licenses, and it was kind of like supposedly a lot. I don't even know the exact number. Not enough for everybody to get one who wanted one. And there was like a lottery, supposed lottery. And I think the ballers, basically all the ballers bought them up by now and it's sold up. So if you don't got one of the licenses, you can't open a dispensary.
Wasn't there some law or something they were talking about, the dispensaries are going to people with like marijuana charges on their record? Like somebody told me that. So I was at somewhere and they're like, yeah, they're offering the people who have marijuana charges on them first. I thought that was kind of funny, but okay.
I heard they do that somewhere, not here. Like I said, they don't even let nobody sell weed but them motherfuckers.
That's what's up.
What y'all smoking on? That's what I want to know. What's everybody smoking on out there?
All right, good question. What is the firest weed out there right now smoking?
Man.
If somebody said it's 80 an ounce or 100, not 80 an ounce, 80 an eighth.
I think that's more like if it's some exclusive, because like everybody got their own, what they would prefer. You know, it's like, what's your favorite hamburger? Like, there's a lot of motherfucking good hamburgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like a good one.
I'd take Five Guys over McDonald's.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you talked about any hamburger you ever smoked, ever ate in your life, like, it could have been one your grandma made.
The one at Kona Grill is pretty good, though. That's my favorite.
Right.
With the lobster butter, like, I'm going to take that every time.
So, I like cookie. That's my favorite weed. But I'm not paying no fucking nothing super outrageous for, I mean, I know what time it is, so, like, it's like I said, that's exclusivity. If there's not very much, then it's cost whatever the motherfucker says the guy that costs. You know what I mean? So that's the reason shit costs like something crazy like that. What's your favorite weed?
I don't think I have one.
You said I don't think I have one.
I was gonna say, so if on a podcast, if you get somebody to talk to here on the podcast, who would be your ideal guest? Who's your Mount Rushmore guest? I'll take three. I'll take three. Mount Rushmore of
Mount Rushmore guests
of the cannabis weed game that you could sit down and chop it up and get game from or knowledge. Who would it be?
I think one would have to be like Chong, right? Because he's the OG. It's the OG Cheech and Chong. Like,
Why does
Cheech
everybody say Chong and never Cheech?
Because Cheech seems like he played a fucking cop before in a TV show. He seems like he'll fucking tell on you, do a show with you, and then tell on you and shit. Chong did time. He's cool. I'm fucking with Chong. So I'm doing Chong. Snoop Dogg for fucking sure. Like, that's retarded. I probably should have did first Snoop Dogg and then Chong. And then third, man, it sounds like it'd be corny if I said Burner. So I'd say, like, who the fuck been smoking weed forever? Method Man would be cool as fuck. Method Man's an OG ass smoking weed ass dude.
I don't know if he does he still smoke weed? Because he's
Hell
like
yeah.
buff now and shit, and he lift weights.
He just doesn't cuss.
He's a lawyer.
He still
He's a
smokes
lawyer.
weed.
Okay.
How about you? What are your top three?
Man, my first one would kind of be a little different. I think I would take Chris Tucker. I would have to go Smokey and ask him.
He fucking smoked weed for like 6 months when he did the movie.
I know. Like, so, how dumb were you? I just got to get him on here to do the voice.
The fuck?
I just got to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'll ask you. Like, man, you got real into character. Was you just real high for 6 months? Or
Smokey for sure. Which Chris Tucker will tell on us for sure. Anything confidential can't go by Chris Tucker.
Man, ain't nothing to tell on me. You could tell. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
I'm saying he can't see none of the street interviews behind the scenes.
He ain't Jesus.
Y'all watch out for Chris Tucker.
Church. Okay, Chris Tucker would have to be one. You took Snoop Dogg, so we can't do him. So obviously you got to add Wiz Khalifa.
Oh yeah, I was slipping. That was a good one.
You just got to add Wiz. If you took Snoop, you got to add Wiz Khalifa.
He's like the next Snoop.
Yeah, he's like Snoop,
next up.
Uncle, cousin. He's cousin. He's
Mm-hmm.
cousin Wiz.
I feel
There's
that.
Uncle Snoop, cousin Wiz. The third one, man, who would I take? Man, half of them dead. I was gonna say he dead.
You can't interview Bob Marley. Get the fuck out of here.
I was gonna say, dang, he dead. Man, I guess you gotta pick, since you want Sean, you gotta pick Willie Nelson. I would mess with Willie. I just want to see. I want to know about all the
cool.
I want to see
right.
about all the '60s girls who were smoking weed.
He probably got lots of pussy and everything off smoking weed just because he was a rebel. And country people hate weed. Country people are like bices. They think weed fucks you up, makes you lazy.
They got a lot of sad stories. They drink a lot.
You can't do all the fucking yard work if you smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. I can't fuck with it.
Okay.
What's your favorite weed song?
I'm gonna say Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
Yeah. What's your favorite weed song?
I don't know if I have a motherfucking favorite weed song. I got 5 on It's Tight as Fuck. That's like when I first started smoking weed, so that might be the best one.
What is the most famous person you've met in the cannabis industry?
I met Be Real. I bought some weed from him.
Was it fire?
As fuck. It was expensive too, dickhead. He wasn't giving no breaks.
Be Real's there to make money.
He was trapping himself. Like, aren't you rich, motherfucker? Why are you here trapping fucking grams? What the fuck?
Be Real.
How about you? Have you ever met anybody famous? I met Al Harrington too. I seen him at a cannabis cup. He was just standing there. He seemed like he was happy I knew who he was. Nobody gave a fuck who Al Harrington was. He was just
that's big.
Tall black guy.
I'd like to talk to Al Harrington. That'd be cool.
I didn't talk to him. I just said, "What up, Al?" And he looked like, "What's up?" I dapped him up, kept it pushing.
Man, that'd be a good one to talk to, Al Harrington. I'd like to hear it because he was on it early. He done built an empire.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. This is like when he looked like he was just figuring it out. Like I said, he looked odd. He was like looking around big-eyed and shit like, oh, what is this shit going on? What the fuck? This shit's tight. He was smiling like a kid.
Can they still suspend me?
Yeah, for real.
I might come back. Interesting. Al Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Who's the most famous?
I would like to do a whole podcast on basketball and weed because I feel like it goes hand in hand.
Nah, how does it? You get suspended or used to?
I don't know. I think motherfuckers are still smoking weed. I think they was getting around it. I don't know. I've heard through the grapevine that motherfuckers still smoking weed. And just like on the streets, like you go to a park and it's no problem. Nobody looks at you weird if you bust out a blunt and smoke a blunt at the park shooting basketball. Like nobody's like, what the fuck?
I would. I'd be like, I don't want him. He's gonna be tired.
I don't know. We do it all the time. Don't even-
Yeah,
everybody
like I
just-
said, he's gonna be
everybody
tired.
everybody just smokes. You know what I'm saying?
He's tired.
I feel like more people smoke weed playing basketball than play football. I would think so. Even the crowd that watches football, as opposed to who watches basketball, I think more people smoke
Okay,
weed.
I thought
would
you
to have
meant
a
like
survey.
recreationally. I was gonna say, who the hell's out here recreationally playing football? Like,
You'll be surprised, and
I'm
they
not
really
going to
don't
the
smoke
park.
weed because them dumbass motherfuckers who think they still making the league, they be like 32 playing
like that hurts.
semi pro. Like, bitch, semi pro.
I know a few people do that, so
For real.
I didn't say that.
I did semi pro.
Semi-pro, and they ain't got no
That shit
insurance.
hurts.
They just ain't got no
That's what I'm
insurance.
saying.
Yeah, if
That's
you ain't
what
got no insurance, and you playing semi-pro football. That's bad.
It's a bad look
That is
for your
definitely
knees.
bad. So yeah, I think the channel bring up-to-date content, new culture, cannabis culture, street stuff. Coming advocacy laws. We just want to be the go-to place on everything cannabis and cannabis related. You know, come check it out.
We're looking for any lawyers out there who want to throw tips our way, want to get some promotion. Hit us up in the DM, and we can do something.
Man, you got anything else, bro?
That's it. Appreciate it. Let's get this shit cracking.
All right, how you take us out with the little button?